What's up, guys? It's your boy Noah, Eddie, and Shale here from the Economies channel, and today we're going to be talking about command economies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and enjoy the video. Command economies have been a large topic of discussion ever since Vladimir Lenin started the first one in 1917. Since then, many countries have adopted this economic system, such as North Korea, China, Vietnam, and the country we're talking about today, Cuba.
Cuba was discovered in 1492 by Spanish explorers. After its discovery, it was taken over by the Spaniards. This was until the 19th century, when rebellions became the norm, which further led to the Spanish-American War. This ended in the Spanish rule being flushed away. In 1898, Cuba was controlled by the US until they gained their independence in 1902. This caused the growth of the Cuban economy, but came at the price of political corruption and autocratic leaders. A movement led by Fidel and Raul Castro managed to overthrow the dictator Fulgencio Batista in 1959. Since then, the government has operated under a communist system under the Castro brothers.
Now, you may be wondering how a command economy operates.
Well, in a command economy, everything is controlled by the state. This means that all goods and services are produced by the state. It all starts when the state determines the quantity needed to suffice the citizens. The government will produce anything that they deem necessary for the consumer as long as they have the resources to do so. There are often surpluses and shortages of goods and services as the government doesn't always know how to find the equilibrium of supply and demand. As a result of this system, unemployment rates are low to keep factories working and make sure that everyone is equal.
Alright everyone, gather around. I just received an order from the government. We have 120 cars, 300 machine guns, 2 tanks, 1 fighter jet, and 3 rubber duckies.
Why the rubber duckies?
I don't know, government said so.
More rubber duckies!
In addition to determining how goods and services are produced, the government determines who they are produced for.
In addition to producing or controlling the factors of production, the central authority also organizes how to distribute the product by deciding which channels to use. The state then takes these new goods and divides it equally among the people of the state. People that work for the government are given more access to resources, which an average citizen would not be able to get their hands on. The special shops in which the government officials are given access to can include different resources such as food, clothing, and more.
Timmy, look, I just got these new pair of pants.
No way, me too, I just got the same ones.
Oh man, I wish I could wear something different for at least a day.
Hello everyone, look at my cool new pants! Fresh Adidas, got the drip!
In a command economy, what goods and services are produced?
In a strict command economy, the goods and services produced are normally dictated by the government. This means that goods such as food, medical, and transportation are prioritized. This is because the government's first priority is the basic needs of its citizens. Everything else after that, such as the wants, are less prioritized by the government just because it wastes extra resources. Sadly, this isn't the case for Cuba. Luxury items such as tobacco, cheese, rum, and sugar are produced for both export and the enjoyment of the ruling class. These luxury goods make up 66% of the country's export. Sadly, 16.4% of the country's imports are food, despite having more than enough arable land to grow enough food for the population. This is because the land is designated for things like sugar and tobacco.
Here is your food.
Thank you, El Presidente.
I'm allergic to this.
Ha! Get a load of this guy.
Can I have something else?
Ha! This is communism. We all get the same.
What personality traits or characteristics are encouraged or discouraged in this economy?
A command economy forces characteristics such as obedience, simple-mindedness, and discipline upon its citizens. One's natural greediness is one of the main enemies that a command economy tries to avoid. It does so by equally distributing the wealth of its people. In a command economy, aspiration is frowned upon because it implies that one might want to do better for themselves over the state. This is a big reason why it is discouraged, along with most entrepreneurial traits. Another issue with the command economy is the fact that the state has all the power, which leaves the people with none. As mentioned before, obedience and discipline are highly valued because these traits mean the government has to worry less about people having opposing views.
When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut, because I'm already smart enough to know rocket science, and the sky's the limit.
When I grow up, I want to be a construction worker. Wait, what's a construction worker again?
Your test results came in.
This is for you, and this is for you.
How does the government or tribe impact individuals in the economy during different stages of their life?
From a young age, the government tries to teach or brainwash the youth that equality is better by providing them with free education and free healthcare. They also provide families with enough food to put on the table. Then, into adulthood, the government controls almost every aspect and part of your life. They are the ones who employ you and pay you. As a senior, they set up a retirement plan that's the same for everyone, which relies on the workforce to continue their production and fund it.
I have free healthcare, free education, and free food, but I really want a Gucci belt.
You can't have that because everyone else can't have it.
I want to open my own cake shop.
You can't have that because everyone else can't have it.
I just finished working 60 years of hard labor, and I want to go on vacation to the US.
You can't have that because everyone else can't have it.
What services are provided for everyone in this economy, and what opportunities are available to the population?
All products and services made by command government are aimed at the average man or woman in society. Services such as medicine, police, food, water, and transportation are provided as long as there are enough resources for the service to function and operate. As for opportunities, most of them are seen within the government positions. As for outside of the government, most financial opportunities come when one works in hospitality or entertainment services and receives tips by tourists or outside guests. What types of people are able to advance into society, and what types of people have a tougher time?
The Central Powers ideal society is when everyone has the same physical appearance and beliefs. Individuals who try to disassociate themselves from the general population are frowned upon as they don't meet a set of guidelines. The people within the governing power are able to advance as they have special access to resources. The state and people in power control the Cuban economy and means of production. Also, police are able to seize property without legal justification, which can advance the governing power tenfold. How is life different in your assigned economic system compared to the mixed economy we have in Canada?
Command economy is like if you took all aspects of Canada's mixed economy and removed the people's choice to democratically decide policies, start businesses, engage in transactions freely and willingly, and the possibility of growing your own capital. Other personal things that would be discouraged would be things like freedom of speech, the right to free assembly, and the right to choose your own leadership. One of the main things that would be stripped from the society would be the drive to do better and innovate. This is because the new system wouldn't allow for growth, giving no motivation for people to improve. What is an example of a country in the world that practiced or has used a command economic system?
The USSR controlled what its people could read, see, and hear. There are well-known labor camps that were effective deterrents to disobedience. Education was controlled by the state, and churches and other places of worship were attacked, with religious leaders being arrested. Party officials had amassed wealth and a shortage of supply, especially with the food production. Stalin was also glorified after forcing artists and poets to glorify him in their works. What factors might affect the big life-changing decisions for an individual in your economy?
Children would only be able to go to schools near them because each school would be the same, unlike an open market economy where some schools are better than others. The pursuit of a career would be limited by the principle of the easiest path. Because there is no financial incentive to work hard and aspire to do more or get a higher education. The result is a country where everyone wants to be a simple worker in the rat race because it's the easiest. On a personal, political, and social scale, people would have to conform to the government's ideology and perspectives. Otherwise, they would be frowned upon. Hey guys, thanks so much on watching our informative video on Cuba.